Yo, it's been a while since I did one of these, but this is pretty much ideal for Qingque. We got Quantum Week on Cocolia. I just did a run with Huohua, but I feel like I definitely want to use Xuan instead. Breaking weaknesses is just too important, and not having it makes the run feel super painful. But yeah, the goal with Ascendant Shadow, is that even the name? No, it's Apocalyptic Shadow. Yeah, so the goal, of course, is to break your enemies as quickly as possible. That way you can actually do damage to them. So for Qingque specifically, there are even more layers of RNG you have to get through, because when she procs her E4, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like after. Oh yeah, so Tingyun needs to get hit twice here so we can use another ult. Reason being is so that we can advance forward before Japard gets his shield off. And we also need to hit E4 at least twice. So a lot of requirements here, a lot of RNG, and a lot of resetting, but that's kind of the fun that comes with Qingque. We do have the ult buff, which isn't the greatest thing, but it's not bad either. You can see 63k. Remember, she is taking 50% reduced damage, and we're getting as much toughness chip in as whenever we can with Xuan. So you saw Tingyun does have enough energy now. Oh, she got hit a third time. Oh, she got hit another time. But she only needs to get hit twice here to get the the second ult. So you can see we do get the E4 indicated by that purple thingy under Qingque's health bar. And you want to time, if possible, Tingyun's ult whenever Qingque uses at least one skill. That way the Tingyun damage buff lasts for 3 turns instead of 2. I talk about this every single time. But yeah, getting that second ult off advances us just enough ahead of Japard so we can actually break Cocolia before he puts up his shield. You're gonna see we're gonna break here and get our ults back, skill points as well. If we procced E4, we would be able to just skip the rest of this phase, but it's not a big deal. We're making good time. Still only about 111 action value used. This is why Dance Dance is so good. Just saves you so much time. So far, our luck has been pretty good. When it mattered, we got our E4 procs, and it's going to be even more important in the second phase, because as soon as you can break her weakness, you pretty much just won the fight already because of all the energy regenning and skill points. So just out of curiosity, let's take a look at the stats. We have 96.5 crit rate and 355 crit damage, almost 300% damage bonus, and 6k attack, nearly. Yeah, Xuan's E1 and Sparkle's S1 are definitely contributing a lot. The voices are telling me that I should go for E1 and E2 Sparkle, but it's not worth it. Okay, phase 2. We need to use Xuan's ult, or if you have Silverwolf or anyone else that needs or doesn't care about ulting out of turn, you definitely want to use it before Cocolia summons her pillars, because otherwise her toughness bar, it doesn't get locked, but she doesn't become weak to anything, and you can't break it anymore unless you have something that ignores weaknesses. So need to get that chip in beforehand, or you just destroy the pillar that has quantum weakness and then just apply it to her. Holy yap. I'm not sure how I feel about Ascendant Shadow. I'm gonna call it Ascendant Shadow more than once. Apocalyptic Shadow. But it's such a break shill. Like, I understand they have to sell characters, but it's annoying when they have to nerf existing characters and playstyles. And because right now they're forcing us to break. And that's not really a problem. Like, you always wanted to match elements anyway, and then you're going to be breaking enemies when you're playing. But these things have such massive toughness bars, and we only have one Ron Mei. I think most of the time, at least for most teams, she is better on the second half against Argenti, but we only have one, so the day will come when we get an abundance or preservation character that increases weakness break efficiency. When that unit comes out, it's all over. Like, break is just gonna dominate everything else. Not that it isn't already, but it is the break patch. I did pull for Firefly on this account, and I went for Boot Hill on my EU account, which I want to talk about. A lot of progress has been made on it, but it is still a bit scuffed. It's only been in existence for like 90 days, I think, at the time of recording this, so a lot of work needs to be done, but I have been clearing endgame, like barely scraping by though. Barely scraping by, but it should be fun. Oh yeah, in other news, we broke Akolia's toughness bar, so now we can go ham. Dance, dance, dance again advances everyone. We should be fine as long as we get an E4. I don't. We kind of need to get lucky to finish it off before taking another action. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. No E4, but I think this is still enough if we just fully buff her. I think she might already have the Sparkle ult active anyway, but let's see. Xuan chip damage. Big 17k on crit. Ult. Let's see. I think this can hit like 300k. 436. Okay, that's good. Come on. Nice. That is with the Tingyun Benediction electric lightning damage proc. 3646 score, so 354 action value taken. Pretty good for Qingque, if I do say so myself. Pretty happy with this run. Let's go over and take a look at the builds. Okay, so we have the star of the show, Qingque, with her massive 3600 attack. I find that, well, she does more damage with this build than with a higher crit build. Makes sense. Less stat over saturation, especially with Sparkle's crit damage buffs. I recommend using an optimizer or some website if... some website, so broad. So helpful. Tingyun, dance, dance, dance. I could probably max out her traces, but 4-piece wind. I got pretty lucky on these rolls, and it lets me use an HP body, so she's a lot more comfy when I'm not using Xuan. I like using attack body on Tingyun and having like 2.5k HP just does not feel good. So I kind of like having a bit more tanky Tingyun. Also, it just lets her get hit more. Well, anyway, Xuan. I did max her talent and skill for that extra crit rate as well. It's super not worth the resources, but yeah, it is what it is. Got E1 from going for, was it? Oh, who was on that banner? It was Lynx. Going for E6 Lynx at the time that I don't use anymore. Sparkle, we have, yeah, some more traces that could be leveled. And 4-piece messenger to just give us a little bit more juice and E0. So very strong, almost 250 crit damage. If only the boots didn't dodge all those rolls. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.